Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is D-Man coming back at it again with another YouTube video, and today we're going to be talking about Melvin Ingram and his chances of playing for the Titans next year. Now, do I think we need another pass rusher? We could use one for sure. Definitely, we could use one. And if we could sign him for, somewhat cheap and then still have some money to spend elsewhere, that would be phenomenal. Because, to be honest, guys, I would not mind another edge rusher, to complement Harold Landry and Bud Dupree, and also Jeffrey Simmons as well. So, again, is this a 1,000% we need to add him to the team? No, but hey, if we could work out a deal where we could get him for cheap and bring him in and still have money to spend elsewhere, I would absolutely love that. Because this dude, just because he was, I think there was something with his knee last year where he didn't play. He only played 7 games, didn't produce anything, but if we look at the years prior to that, all the way back to 2015, very, very consistent numbers we see. The sack totals 10.5, 8, 10.5, 7, 7. And then, the total tackles. Dude's just a playmaker. He makes plays on the defensive side of the ball. And I would love to bring him in. Now, I don't think he's going to be putting up those same numbers that he was back in, if you want to call it his prime. But he might, we just don't know with the injury situation there. But again, bringing him in is just another threat, and can give guys, rest on defense if they need, a more of a rotational piece. But again, we've seen what he can do. So it just all depends, if we bring him in, we'll see how he, plays, how healthy he is, and if he can still produce those same numbers. And then that will, depend on how many snaps he gets and stuff like that. But the reason why I bring this player up, for instance, to talk about potentially playing for the Titans next year, we see his stats here. We see how good he has been in the past. But when Julio actually, when the trade went through, when it was all said and done, this is what Melvin Ingram had to say about that. So if we go to his Twitter here, we can see what he thought about the trade. He said, hey, I should have told them that me and Julio came as a package. So basically, I'm not. Hey, he said this is kind of him saying, like, I wouldn't mind playing for the Titans. They're picking up all these guys that, they're trying to make a run this year. And a lot of older guys like that, because older guys are wanting to go to teams that can win now. And the Titans are in a situation where we are in a window where it's about 2-3 years left where we are going to be very, very good. And a lot of older guys see that, and it's like eye candy to them. So they want to win too. I'm sure Melvin Ingram won a Super Bowl, and he'd want to go to a team that has a very good chance of winning a Super Bowl. So this would be a very good fit for him, in my opinion. Again, we do have a couple of with Bud Dupree, a very, very good pass rusher in him. Harold Landry, a very solid pass rusher in him. And Big Jeff showing you what he can do these past few years, just increasing his play every year. And next year, I think, is going to be a big year for Big Jeff. He's going to make a name for himself next year, in my opinion. And then if we can bring in Melvin Ingram, that would help a lot. Because, like I said, depending on how he feels health-wise, will determine how many snaps he gets. But just to bring him in and give, maybe Bud Dupree a blow or Harold Landry a blow here and there, that would be pretty cool. In my opinion. And again, if he's wanting to come to the Tennessee Titans so bad, he would probably be fine with being paid a lesser amount of money than what he has in the past, because teams, are hesitant when they, see older players, injuries and stuff like that, they'll tend to, not pay those players as much because they're uncertain of how they're going to play, and they're old, injuries, stuff like that. So if he's wanting to come this bad, he should know, I've been injured in the past. Teams don't know how I'm going to play. And if he wants to come to Tennessee this, badly, and wants to have a chance to win a Super Bowl, he's going to take a pay cut. So, in my opinion, this would be awesome if we could add Melvin Ingram to the team, because I still think he can produce like 5-6 sacks, next year, maybe even more. A vet minimum wouldn't surprise me wherever he signs. And I expect him to sign on, a very, very good team because, like I said before, older players are ring chasing. They just want a ring. And Melvin Ingram, come on over. We are in win now mode, and everyone knows it. So hey, why not give Melvin Ingram a shot? Bring him in on a vet min, and we might can bring in someone else. I really do like Brian Poole too. Brian Poole's another guy that I have on my list that could potentially come. He's only 28 years old too, and I wouldn't mind him coming in. Golden Tate's another guy, but I still think wide receiver wise, I think we're really, really good there. Obviously Julio and AJ Brown. I love Josh Reynolds, love Des Fitzpatrick. So wide receivers, I think in my opinion, we are looking very good there. But there's Sherman out there. Don't know about that situation. Obviously, I think it's somewhat settled, but it's just kind of a thing in the past. But Richard Sherman, I wouldn't mind him coming in and being a role model to those young corners that we have right now. So just, a couple names out there that I might make a video on later down the road, kind of talking about them and why I would love to have them on the Titans. Whether it be Richard Sherman, Melvin Ingram today, some other guys out there, like I said, Brian Poole as well. But we'll have to see. We might make a couple of those this week. But yeah, with that being said, that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. And until next time, I'll see y'all.